Good evening and welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Lucy Jane Ragsdale.
And I'm Stephen Dinan.
Campus parking is expected to be a big conversation at the Auburn Board of Trustees meeting this Friday.
The university is looking to expand campus parking by adding 300 spaces for students living on campus and an additional 300 spaces for students who commute. The 600 spaces total would cost $3.5 million, or $5,833 per space.
The spaces for on-campus residents would be added to the West Campus parking lot located on West Thatch Avenue. The spaces for commuting students would be located in the Hayfield parking lots located on the corner of South Donahue and Lynn Morrison Drive.
The project is pending final approval. The spaces will be paid for with parking fees and money from the university's general fund. Construction on the spaces is expected to be completed this summer, and additional lighting and landscaping will also be added to those areas.
The university is also currently completing the new South College Street parking deck that will add 600 parking spaces.
The board is also expected to vote on final approval for renovations to the village dining facility.
The 22,700 square feet of renovations will include equipment extensions and modifications, as well as general dining room improvements.
The first phase of the project will begin in May, and the second phase will begin in August. According to Associate Vice President for Facilities Dan King, the facility will be closed this summer but will reopen for the upcoming fall semester.
The project is estimated to cost $3.8 million and will be financed by dining services with funds from Aramark Dining Contract.
Former Auburn University head football coach Tommy Tuberville announced that he is running for the Republican nomination in Alabama's 2020 United States Senate race.
Tuberville served as head coach from 1999 to 2008. He previously considered running for Alabama governor in 2018, but decided against formally entering the race.
Tuberville joins Representative Bradley Byrne in the race for the Republican nomination. The winner will face incumbent Democratic Senator Doug Jones.
And after the break, see a recap from the Tigers' run in the Final Four.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
All the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Green red hat. Oops. Red shirt, blue shirt, yellow shirt. Oops. Yellow pants, red pants, green pants. Oops.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl.
Welcome back. I'm Mary Lee Oliver with Eagle Eye Sports. This weekend was one of the most amazing if you were an Auburn fan. And although the Tigers did not get the outcome they were expecting and hoping for, the first trip to the Final Four for Auburn was one that they won't soon forget. And neither will two members of our sports staff. Andy Hewling and Sam Humphrey were in Minneapolis to cover the games. Let's roll the tape and hear their thoughts from the game.
Hello everyone, I'm Andy Hewling, and joining alongside me is Sam Humphrey, and we're just going to recap tonight's action between Auburn and Virginia and Michigan State and Texas Tech. So Sam, what did you think?
Well, I thought the Virginia and Auburn game was an instant classic. Yeah, there was a little bit of controversy, but I think the refs made a right call. Auburn down by 10 points with a little under 5 minutes to go, I believe. Made an incredible 12-0 run to take the lead, 59-57. Looked like they were going to be on their way to their first ever national championship game. Then heartbreak ensued, but I thought it was an instant classic. Great game from both teams.
Yeah, for sure. Auburn really had the opportunity to win. They probably should have won, but you got to give credit to Virginia for hanging in there. Kyle Guy was just unreal from the three-point line.
Can't mention without saying Ty Jerome as well, scoring over 15 points in that game.
Yeah, Ty Jerome and Kyle Guy were deadly for Virginia, helped them get the victory. And now we just watched Michigan State get beaten by Texas Tech. And that was quite the win for Texas Tech as they scored 10 points in the last minute with free throws and a big clutch three-pointer to ice the game.
Yeah, that you mentioned that three-pointer by Jarrett Culver, the second team all NCAA and the Big 12 reigning Big 12 Player of the Year. But the player of the game for me was Mooney. He had about 22 points, I believe. And Texas Tech from the get-go was out and running against Michigan State. Wasn't really close in the second half. I think Texas Tech really did deserve this win.
Oh yeah, for sure. They outplayed Michigan State in all phases of the game. Cassius Winston was really held in check. He didn't score as many points as a lot of people thought, and that's what helped them win. I mean, that's a crucial win for a Texas Tech team who almost made it to the Final Four last year, and now this year they're going to play for a national title against Virginia. So previewing that matchup, what do you think of Texas Tech versus Virginia?
Well, off the top of my head, all I can think about is Culver versus Kyle Guy. Culver, is he going to step up, show everyone why he was the Big 12 Player of the Year? Guy continues to have a great tournament along with Ty Jerome. But the key player for me that I'm looking out for is DeAndre Hunter. He's expected to be a lottery pick in the upcoming draft. I expect him to have a huge game in the national championship.
Yeah, for sure. And I like Matt Mooney and Ty Jerome going at it against each other, especially also Kyle Guy shooting threes. It's going to be a great matchup. I think defense will come to play for sure. Virginia will bring that those big guys like Diakite, who really dominate the boards. I think it's going to be a great matchup. So thank you everyone for joining us this weekend. Just following along in our journey. Even though Auburn is not out, our content is not done yet. We've still got a lot going on. So keep following us. Even though Auburn's out, there's still much to go in this weekend at the Final Four.
After a tough weekend series with SEC rival Arkansas, the Tigers wrapped up their 5-game homestand, welcoming in state opponent Jacksonville State into Plainsman Park. The Tigers got out to an early 6-0 lead, but after a 6-run fourth inning by the Gamecocks, the game was tied heading into the 5th. The next 2 innings would be uneventful as the score stayed tied at 6 heading into the 7th. The Gamecocks would take advantage on a 2-run double and then 3 walks with the bases loaded to turn the tie game into an 11-6 advantage. The score would stay that way as the Tigers would fall to the Gamecocks by the final of 11-6. The loss drops the Tigers to 23-10 on the season, with the series against Texas A&M on the horizon this weekend. Softball went to Rocky Top over the weekend as Auburn looked to capture their first series win against the Tennessee Volunteers since 2002. And they did just that, as Friday the Tigers were able to come away with the win, Saturday by a final of 10-5, and then splitting a doubleheader with the Volunteers by scores of 3-0 and then a loss 8-1. Tuesday, league offices announced that Auburn Jr. third baseman Tannen Snow was named SEC Player of the Week after a series against then 5th-ranked Tennessee, where she had 6 hits and 9 at-bats, with 3 home runs, a triple, and drove in 8 runs while scoring 4 herself. After the break, meet our Pet of the Week and see how you can get a copy of the Glomerata. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Get it. Get it.
Is she gonna get it, Daddy?
She'll get it.
Get it. Get it.
When you bring home a Goodwill find, you give your whole town a reason to celebrate because you're also funding local job training and placement programs in tech, healthcare, and more. Goodwill. Bring good home.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Glomerata Distribution Week is this week on the Haley Concourse, Roosevelt Concourse, and Thatch Concourse. Auburn University's official yearbook is available free to students with a Tiger card. Copies are limited and are available on a first-come, first-served basis.
Auburn University will host CIA Director Gina Haspel April 18th as part of the National Security Forum. Haspel will speak at 9 a.m. on April 18th at the hotel at Auburn University in Dixon Conference Center. Auburn students, faculty, and staff must RSVP online by April 11th. Haspel is the first female CIA director in history, and she has been in the position since May 2018.
The Auburn Theater is featuring original work by Professor Tessa Carr this week. Alabama Love Stories features stories that focus on a love as a language to encourage dialogue. The show incorporates poetry, song, and physical theater to tell a story that starts at the beginning of Alabama history nearly 200 years ago. Carr said of the show, "The piece does not tell a clear linear story of love. We hope it portrays that fierce and compassionate emotion in its complex glory." The show will be at the Black Box Theater and Telfair Theater from April 11th through April 20th. Auburn University students can register for free tickets online.
Our pet of the week is Foxy Cleopatra. Foxy is about 2 years old and has been at the Humane Society for about a month now.
She does have a shy personality, but once she gets to know you, she loves to cuddle and gets lots of pets. She tends to spend most of her days sleeping in her kennel and is not super interested in socializing.
However, she is a very sweet kitty and loves having her chin and ears scratched. She has already been spayed, vaccinated, microchipped, and is FIV and FELV negative. She would likely do well in a home with adults or older children.
She was found hanging around someone else's cat, so she seems like she wouldn't be bothered by having other feline friends.
Foxy Cleopatra is available at the Lee County Humane Society, which is open 12 to 5 Tuesday through Sunday.
A vicious vacuum cleaner caused one Oregon woman to call police. Find out why when we return. But first, here's a look at some events coming up around Auburn this weekend.
You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
It's my job to pay attention to the game, and I take my job seriously.
While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands.
If you see something that doesn't look quite right, tell a law enforcement official.
We all play an important role in protecting our communities, and you can help.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
An Oregon police department helped save one woman from her vacuum cleaner.
Police responded to a woman's home after she reported a burglar was locked in her bathroom. With guns drawn, police found the suspect was a trapped Roomba vacuum cleaner.
After multiple commands for the suspect to come out were ignored, police opened the bathroom door and found the automated robot vacuum.
Deputy Brian Rogers said, "We entered the bathroom and saw a very thorough vacuuming job being done by a Roomba vacuum cleaner."
That's all we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in with us each Thursday and check out our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, for all the latest headlines. I'm Stephen Dinan.
And I'm Lucy Jane Ragsdale. Thanks for joining us, and War Eagle.